Welcome back, everybody. We're doing another unboxing today. This time it'll be for a 3DS game, which seems a little out of its time frame. Speaking, the Switch has been out for quite a bit, but this is actually quite a cool title. This is the sequel to Culdcept Saga that came out on the 360 a long time ago, and there's been a lot of different Japanese entries into the Culdcept series. But today we have Culdcept Revolt. I guess we'll just jump right into the packaging before we get too deep into the games. It's quite impressive packaging. I've not received much package this securely. Yeah, that's quite the job they did there. I've bought other collector's editions of games before. They just kind of come loose in a box or maybe wrapped with some of the giant pillows. But this is definitely going the extra mile for a collector's edition, which is appreciated. Let's see. We are shrink wrapped right now. I'll go ahead and cut this open. So I went ahead and bought the collector's edition of this game because the Culdcept Saga game, although not terribly popular, it ended up being pretty rare and a hard game to get your hands on. So a 360 game still kind of sells for like $30 or so just because of its rarity. It's a really cool series though. I really quite enjoy the Culdcept games. There've been it's a board game meets a card game. It's like Monopoly meets Magic the Gathering. It's quite a cool combination here. So I figured if Culdcept Saga was worth something so much, and it was a game I put a lot of time into, let's go ahead and get the collector's edition of Revold, because who knows where this will also end up in a few years. 20th anniversary of Culdcept. I did not know that, but that is interesting. It's a cool little box. Let's see. It should come with an art book and some giant cards from the game. What else we got in here? A soundtrack. Foil card set, right off the bat. Alright, let's open this up. I thought for sure this would be a CD. I recognize this one. I wish there were full cards though that kind of went into detail a little bit about what they did. But these are some cards from the game, and they just give you these foil collector's edition ones to hold on to. They're pretty cool. Some of these are new, some of these are not. That one's new, maybe? Here is the art book. Oh, it's very tightly bound. I'm afraid to open it by much more than this. Very stiff. But I'm kind of digging the new art here. Looks like entirely different characters from the last game, which is good. I felt like the last one kind of ended where it needed to. Didn't need to continue over. So this will be interesting to see if there are any holdovers from the last one or not. Trying to turn these delicately. Wonder if he's a bad guy. The character design in this game is very over the top, as you might notice. It definitely has its roots in Japan. But it's interesting. I like the style. It's got some very different appearances for your characters, as you might tell with that particular page. I think we're just about done here. Da-da-da. Yeah, it's a cool little book. Again, something I might look at once or twice more. or whenever I kind of really feel like looking at it, but I don't want to leave this out and collect dust. Interesting designs. I wonder what kind of character animation they have in this one, because the last game was very stiff in animation, but the character models were interesting, but their animations were very rudimentary. Very cool. I was unaware this was in the package. We have a 20th anniversary Culdcept pin. I wonder if there's any other way to get this besides the collector's edition? But that's pretty cool. I did not know this was going to be in there. That's interesting. Just trying to make sure you get a lot of different views here to see if you can really get a sight on that. We will tuck you away. The soundtrack. Hopefully the soundtrack is still pretty good. I enjoyed the last one, but Japan's known for having some pretty cool soundtracks on their stuff. Actually, I'll leave this out because I do want to listen to that. The game. And the dice. They are very heavy. Way heavier than I was expecting. Hold on. I'm going to go ahead and open this up without blowing your guys' ears out for a crinkly wrapper. Be right back. These are very heavy dice. They are made out of what seems to be solid stone. I was not expecting that. I was expecting these to be a little more plasticky, which is not a problem. I kind of like the fact that they're made out of something hefty. I mean, they'll definitely have a feel when you roll them. What's interesting is in this Culdcept Revolt, they have 2 dice in the game now instead of just the 1 die they had in Saga, so I'm going to guess that's why they send 2, just to kind of match with the new settings in the game. But pretty cool. I did not expect them to have that kind of heft to them. Alright guys, there you have it. This is the unboxing of Culdcept Revolt. Look forward to us doing some more work around this. I'm going to work on figuring out a way to capture this gameplay so I can kind of show it off to you guys, because I feel like it's an underrated game that doesn't get a lot of attention, and I think a lot of people who enjoy tabletop kind of board games or collectible card games will enjoy these. Like I said, the best thing I can compare it to is like Monopoly meets Magic the Gathering. You control territories and battle each other for them, and when you land on theirs, you fight them with your cards. It's really cool. So I want to try to do some content around this just so you guys can kind of see what this game's about, because it's totally worth it. Unfortunately, it's on the 3DS, which I hope it comes to the Switch. Who's to say what's going to happen there? I don't really know anything about that, but I think it should, because the Switch is taken off and the 3DS is going to be yesterday's news before long. And a game like this, if it's anything like the last one, it'll take 60 plus hours of your time, but you'll enjoy it, because it's not an easy card game, but it's really rewarding when you win those big hard matches. Thanks for watching, guys. If you want to see more of these, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And check out theauthenticgamer.com for more news, videos, and reviews. Bye!